Another big win for ICAM Manning volleyball last night as they knocked off number 14 Missouri Valley on the road in 4 sets, 21-25, 25-17, 25-11, and 25-16. Carly Arp, 39 assists to go with 4 digs and 4 aces. It was Ella Lango with 8 kills to go with 4 digs. Esac County swept a triangular at Storm Lake St. Mary's, knocking off Manson Northwest Webster, 25-27, 25-15, 25-22, and 25-19. Tori Hauser had 8 digs. Miranda Gertis had 8 kills and 2 blocks. They would get by Storm Lake St. Mary's 25-18, 24-26, 25-16, and 25-19 in that matchup. Jordan Carroll had 33 assists to go with 5 digs and 8 aces. It was Tori Hauser finishing up with 5 digs. Glen Ralston falls for the second time this week in a 5-set match, losing to Cam at home 26-28, 28-26, 18-25, 25-21, and 15-5. Cassidy Wink had 10 kills, 17 digs, and 4 aces. Chloe Peters finished up with 7 digs. Audubon fell to Riverside in 3, 25-11, 25-9, and 25-13. Caden Sporer had 8 digs on the night. Michaela Zuninga finished up with 5 digs. South Central Calhoun and West Bend Mallard were at Emmetsburg for a triangular. The Titans would go 0-2 last night, losing to Emmetsburg 25-9, 25-5, and 25-22. It was Sadie Wheelock with 5 kills and 2 blocks. It was Olivia Weiss with 8 digs. Titans fell to West Bend Mallard also in 3. No game scores reported last night for the Titans in that matchup. Blair Schleichman had 4 kills and 12 digs. Sydney Stewart finished up with 13 assists to go with 12 digs. Coon Rapids Bears swept by Arweva 25-11, 25-9, and 25-13 for the Crusaders. It was Malia Clayberg with 24 kills to go with 17 digs. It was also Amelia Eddy with 37 assists to go with 8 digs. For Arweva last night, Addison Beerl ended up with 7 assists. It was Mar Obrecht with 3 kills to go with 3 digs. South Central Calhoun opens up the district on the road tonight at South Hamilton, looking to snap a 2-game skid. The Titans face a Hawks team that's also looking for their first win of the season. South Hamilton likes to run the ball, and Titans head coach Brian Case says it starts with their guys up front.
They get off the ball really well. That's one of the things that our coaching staff saw on film, is how hard that they actually come off the ball. That concerned us quite a bit, to be honest with you. But if we can kind of maintain our gap control responsibilities defensively, then I think we could have some success against them.
He says they need to get their speed before their speed can get started. He says if they can play in the Hawks' backfield, they should be able to have some success. ICAM Manning sits 2-1 overall, 0-1 though in the district after a nice win last week against South Central Calhoun in a non-district matchup. The Wolves head north to Woodbury Central, which sits 3-0 overall, 2-0 in the district. They are ranked number 6 in Class A, and Wolves head coach Corey McCarville says they are impressive up front.
I've been really impressed with their offense and defensive lines. They're extremely active. They're physical. They're big. We're usually outsized, but it's just how well they move. They're one of those offensive lines. They're not huge, but they really move well.
McCarville says he appreciates linemen that can move compared to just having size. The game in Mobile tonight does kick at 7 o'clock. And Coon Rapids Bayard heads on the road to Griswold looking for their 3rd win of the season. They face a Tiger team that, like last week with Exiro Corn-Kimberlin, has some big guys up front. Crusaders were able to get the running game going, and head coach Nathan Lindsay says they need to remember the fundamentals that have worked for them so far this season.
Our 4 guys up front know that the 2 guys behind them with Caden and Ethan, they know that those guys don't need the big humongous holes like the Red Sea thing. They just need a little sliver to slip through and make something happen. And
Caden Oswald and Ethan Bauer have been explosive in the backfield and offer the Crusaders two different running styles, which makes them hard to defend. That game will kick tonight at 7 o'clock. Rest of the area schedule, Carroll goes to Lewis Central tonight. Nick Brinks will have that broadcast on Kick 106.7. Pregame about 6:20, 6:25. The kickoff at 7 o'clock. Kemper entertaining OABCIG with Tom Hawkep and Mason Nealon on KCIM. Pregame at about 6:20, 6:25 with the kickoff at 7 o'clock. South Central Calhoun again at South Hamilton. Esac at Manson Northwest Webster. ICAM Manning going to Woodbury Central. Audubon traveling to Cam on 93.7 KKRL. Randy Spees going to join me for the broadcast. Pregame at about about 6:20 kickoff at 7 o'clock. Glen Ralston at Boyer Valley. Coon Rapids Bayard again at Griswold. And Arweva hosting Exira Corn Kimmelton. And don't forget the New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up tonight from 10 to midnight on both KCIM and Kick. Casey Miners, Jim Molitor, and Todd Danner interview again with all of our area football coaches and the scores from our area schools and their area districts and scores from around the state. Everything you need to know on a football Friday night on the New Way Ford scoreboard show 10 to midnight again on KCIM and Kick 106.7. That's sports here on the CB Sports Network. I'm Jeff Blankman reporting.